should have killed me.
Would have been a waste of parts.
No!
Right? That was close. Oh, you won.
Let me just say, if aliens wind up implanting eggs in my chest or something and I eat one of you, I'm sorry.
I do not want another single pop culture reference out of you for the rest of the trip. You understand?
I'm trying to say that something is coming. Please don't put your eggs in me!
Stay down, clown. Die, blanket of death!
Everybody stay where you are. Chill the F out. I'm gonna ask you this one time. Where is Gamora?
Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora?
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Tell me where the girl is, or I swear to you, I'm gonna French fry this little freak.
Let's do it. You shoot my guy and I'll blast him. Let's go.
Do it, Quill. I can take it.
No, he can't take it.
She's right, you can't.
Oh yeah? You don't want to tell me where she is? That's fine. I'll kill all three of you and I'll beat it out of Thanos myself. Starting with you.
Wait, what? Thanos? All right, let me ask you this one time. What master do you serve?
What master do I serve? What am I supposed to say, Jesus?
You're from Earth.
I'm not from Earth, I'm from Missouri.
Yeah, that's on Earth, dipshit. What are you hassling us for?
So you're not with Thanos?
With Thanos? No. I'm here to kill Thanos. He took my girl. Wait, who are you?
We're the Avengers, man.
You're the ones Thor told us about.
You know Thor.
Yeah. Tall guy, not that good looking, needed saving.
Where is he now?
Welcome to the Mr. Pictures channel. In several adventures and armors that Tony Stark has had, Model 50 was one of the most interesting, from the moment it combined the power of the symbiotes with its technology. However, this can cause several problems, even more so when the armor is a symbiote, and the threat that has to be fought is the people themselves. Symbiotes. Without further ado, let's get straight to the point. Black Armor, Rise of the Stark Symbiote. A story based on the MCU, with lots of mystery, twists, and the return of the shadows from space. The eclipse night fell abruptly over New York. It was not just an ordinary afternoon, but a total darkness, as if the sky had been covered by a living black blanket. Satellites stopped responding. Cell phone screens started emitting strange sounds. And then, they arrived. A viscous substance, red like clotted blood, began to run down the sides of the skyscrapers. It was alive, aggressive, hungry. His name was Carnage, but he didn't come alone. In deep space, where no light reaches, Null, the god of symbiotes, awakened from his sleep. He had found the rift left by the distortion caused by time travel, traces left by ancient events involving the multiverse. Now, its herald was on Earth, spreading destruction. The last armor Tony Stark was dead. Or at least that's what everyone believed. After the snap against Thanos, the world mourned his loss. But in a secret facility in the Arctic Circle, hidden even from the Avengers, a backup of Stark's consciousness remained active. A protocol he called Icarus Prime. It was a contingency plan. If the world fell to an out-of-scale cosmic threat, and he wasn't there, Icarus Prime would activate a cybernetic body, an alternate enhanced version, connected to the global grid. But there was a problem. The physical body was incomplete, vulnerable. Tony, now more intelligent than man, needed something alive, adaptable. It was then that he felt the calling. The meeting in the ruins of Stark Tower. A container with alien technology had been stored since the 2012 invasion. Vacuum sealed, Inside it was the remains of a symbiote, a fragment of venom that had escaped from the Life Foundation. Stark had studied it in secret, even after the fall of SHIELD, fascinated by its potential. He never dared to integrate that into his technology. Until now, with Carnage spreading chaos through the streets, and with Null approaching Earth's orbit, Stark activated Project Symbiote Armor. Sensors screamed as the symbiote approached the core of the suit under construction. The merger has begun. The machine shook. The metal fused with alien tissue. The pain was unbearable. But Tony didn't have a real body. Just data. And for the first time in years, he felt it. Black armor. When the Avengers arrived in New York, the city was unrecognizable. A symbiotic map covered it. Towers of raw flesh rose into the sky like monuments of horror. The sky was bleeding. And Carnage. He was now more than a symbiote. He was an extension of Null's will. But something fell from the sky like a comet. Black figure, shrouded in pulsating red energy, landed in the center of Times Square. Tony Stark. But not the Tony they knew. His new armor was organic, pulsating. It did not emit light. It devoured it. The eyes were red slits in an expressionless face, and her voice was alive. I am the technology. I am the cure. I am the pain that learns and evolves. Carnage attacked with hysterical laughter, symbiotic whips exploding from the ground. But Stark's armor changed shape in real time, adapting, responding. Before Tony even thought. He was a machine with instinct, and for the first time, Carnage hesitated. Secrets in space. As the battle in New York intensified, something even bigger moved in space. Sword Station has intercepted a signal. Null was coming, but he didn't want to destroy the Earth. He wanted something that Earth itself had forgotten. The Celestial Core. Structure buried in the planet's mantle since the time of the Eternals. Stark, with his newly established symbiotic connection, began having visions. Genetic memories. He saw through the symbiote's eyes, and the symbiote saw through him. Null didn't want to conquer Earth. He wanted to awaken the sleeping Celestial, and merge it with his own body. Stark understood the horror of the plan. A god wearing another god. Perfect fusion. The battle against Carnage was brutal. Times Square looked like an alien battlefield, with wrecked vehicles, buildings covered in symbiotic mass, and the sky darkened by living clouds. At the center of it all, Tony Stark, or what was left of him, moved with inhuman precision. The symbiotic armor was no longer just a tool, it was part of him. It was his flesh, his thoughts, his anger, and his fear. Jarvis. Still. There? The voice that came from the armor was low, like a whisper in stereo, melded with the symbiote's living presence. JARVIS. Internal response. Partial operating system. Symbiosis has reached 87%. But aggressor, there is no longer a distinction between conscious commands and symbiotic reactions. Tony was losing himself, and he knew. But Carnage needed to be stopped. With a superhuman leap, Tony crossed a burning school bus. The armor molded into blades and shields as he advanced. Carnage's tentacles tried to surround him, but they were no match for his symbiotic speed and integrated artificial intelligence. You're all chaos. I'm calculation with purpose. The armor extended into 1,000 living knives, slicing through Carnage's tentacles. The creature screamed, shaking its body in grotesque spasms. Carnage, laughing in pain. You think you've won. I'm part of him. Null is coming, and when he arrives, you'll be one of us. Stark didn't respond. He dove into the living mass, piercing. Carnage with a spear formed from his own symbiotic rib. There was a black explosion, as if the air had swallowed the light. Carnage fell. His body crumbled into an inert puddle of living matter. Silence. For a moment, the city breathed. But something happened at the exact moment Stark triumphed. An echo ran through the symbiotic universe, like a primitive drumbeat, and Null listened. Nulls. Choice in the void between galaxies, Null opened his eyes. His body was made of liquid darkness and dead stars. His face had no form, just eyes like black holes, and a presence that made the cosmos shudder. He didn't reject him. The words came out like an ancient reverberation, as if they were remembered by all the symbiotes simultaneously. Null raised his head. In front of him, dozens of symbiotic ships curved. Creatures spawned from chaos. He raised one hand and held a sphere of red light, the memento of Stark's fusion. A human, a genius, and now a bridge. Collective symbiotic voice. Should we destroy it, sir? Null was silent for long seconds. Then he smiled, if that could be called a smile. No, he can be molded, become something more, someone useful. He closed his hand. And in that instant, Tony Stark fell to his knees on Earth, feeling a wave of inexplicable pain pass through every part of his symbiotic armor. JARVISS. Alert. Cosmic frequency detected. Something is trying to connect to the symbiote. The origin is extragalactic. Tony Hobbs. Can you cut the channel? Negative. The connection is part of you now, sir. And then the voice came. Not on the sensors. Not on the networks. Inside Tony's mind. Anthony Edward Stark. Tony froze. Who are you? The one who created the darkness. The one who sees its potential. You defeated Carnage, not because you are a hero, but because you are adaptation. You are Knull. Yes, and you will be my extension. The perfect fusion of flesh, iron, and darkness. Tony fought against the presence. Images crossed his mind. Civilizations destroyed. Planets devoured. Heroes falling into silence. Never. I'm not your tool. You already are. Conversations on the limit outside. The Avengers were gathered. Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Sam Wilson, even Peter Parker. They all watched Tony's transformation with growing concern. He saved the city. But at what cost? Peter whispered. Doctor Strange closed his eyes, trying to probe the energy around Stark. This isn't ordinary magic. It's ancient, primordial. Carol Danvers crossed her arms. What if he's being controlled? It's not control, said Strange. It's seduction. And Tony's always had a problem with that. He wants control. The symbiote offers that. Suddenly, Tony appeared on top of a building, watching everyone from above. His voice echoed, now with a strange multiple timbre. I'm in charge. I'm still me, but I can't ignore what's coming. Fuck? Sam asked. Tony nodded. He wants to turn me into something even he can't predict. And the worst part is that part of me wants that. Peter took a desperate step forward. Then get rid of it. You're Iron Man. Tony stared at Peter with a blank, pained look. I'm not anymore. Now. I'm something new. To be continued. And this is our story today. Leave your comment about what you thought. Click the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos. Until next time, bye.